You cause fear in me and my neighbors. I wake up during the morning or late at night, looking out of my window from my house, checking to see if someone lurking in my neighborhood.
Case number 25-CR42346, the State of Ohio versus Damien Dennis. Mr. Dennis is before the court with his counsel, Mr. Fox. Ms. Tranter, on behalf of the State of Ohio, we're here for sentencing. Ms. Tranter, anything?
Yes, Your Honor. Briefly, as the court is aware, this is an agreed recommended sentence with a term in prison of 14, a minimum term of 14, maximum term 16 and a half. There is a restitution request of $760.38 to Vendola Lawrence for the vehicle. And Ms. Lawrence is present today, and my understanding is she does wish to make a victim impact statement.
What was that amount?
$760.38.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Would you please state your name for Ms. Schlimm?
Vendola Lawrence.
Ms. Lawrence, what would you like me to know?
I condensed what I had to say into a few sentences. Mr. Damien Dennis, I just need to know why me? What did I do to possess you to steal my 2019 Nissan Maxima on the west side of Dayton? My blanket from my mother is missing. The car manual is missing. And approximately $100 in cash is gone, was gone, I should say. I had to pay for deductible for my car, to my car insurance for the repairs of my car once I received it back. As a consequence, you cause fear in me and my neighbors on my street. I wake up during the morning or late at night, looking out of my window from my house, checking to see if someone lurking in my neighborhood. And the bottom line, I just want Mr. Damien to know that I do forgive him for stealing my vehicle. I really do.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ms. Tranter, is there anything else?
The only thing, additional judges, I am showing that he does have 2 days jail credit.
All right. Anything from probation?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Fox.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have prepared an affidavit of indigency. We would ask the court to go along with the agreed sentence. As to the victim impact statement, just so the victim is aware, Mr. Dennis actually purchased that car, so he is not the person who stole it, but he has agreed to pay the restitution. Your Honor, Mr. Dennis, I came in late on representation. He was offered a much smaller number at a prior time, and unfortunately at that point in his relationship with his prior counsel, he was not aware of how great of a deal that was. I've spent a considerable amount of time with him and got to know him very well. He's a wonderful father who's going to miss his kids dearly, as the court knows. If it goes along with the agreed sentence today, he will be doing over a decade in prison, nearly a decade and a half. So it's been a very tough time for him to get to this point, but we're grateful for the officers and the state of Ohio for agreeing to reduce their previous offer and go along with the agreed sentence. And I do have that affidavit.
All right, thank you. Mr. Dennis, is there anything you'd like the court to know?
I just want to apologize to the victim. I've never been to the west side of Dayton day in my life, but I am sorry about your part and stuff.
All right, the court has considered the statements made here today, the purposes and the principles of sentencing, the relevant seriousness and recidivism factors. The court has also considered the agreed recommended sentence of the parties and finds it to be an appropriate sentence. So on count one, the court will order you to serve a period of incarceration. what was that number that was agreed to?
14.
14 total.
All right. So on count one, the court will order you to serve a minimum term sentence of 11 years, and on the specification, 3 years. By law, that must be served prior to and consecutive to count one. So that's 14 to maximum term sentence would be 19 and a half. On count three, the court will order you to serve a period of 18 months, that to be served concurrent to count one.
Judge, count 3 is an F1. I think what we had discussed previously.
My numbers are just, on my notes are different than what I guess, okay, so it's gonna be 3 years, right? Concurrent. Count one, I'm ordering him to serve the 11 to 16 and a half, correct?
Correct.
There's a 3-year specification.
That is a major drug offender specification, Judge. It's not a firearm specification. So to count.
Oh, that
one,
makes it mandatory. Never mind, I'm
Right,
sorry.
that makes it
That's
mandatory.
where my notes are really screwed up. Okay. So it's 3 years on count 3 to be served concurrent, right?
Actually, no, Judge, not to correct you again, but
Tell me what your.
So here's-
My notes just don't.
I know we had a long discussion the
It
last time.
went back and forth a little bit. So on count one, it's
So-
11 to 16 and a half.
11 to 16 and a half, correct,
Okay.
and that is due to the major drug offender
All right,
specification.
count 3 is 3 years
Count three-
consecutive.
Count 3 is there's also a major drug offender specification on that, so it's got to be, it also has to be 11. Because it is fentanyl related, then that's where the 3 years, the additional 3 to 8 come in. So the additional 3 comes from the specification on count 3. So it'd be 11 on count 1, 11 on count 3, those are to run concurrent, and then 3 on the major drug offender specification.
All right, I'll get this right, Mr. Dennis, hang on. So it's 11 concurrent, 3 years on the spec. On count 3, that's consec.
Correct.
And then 18 months concurrent on count 6,
Correct.
and 12 months concurrent on count 7.
That's correct.
All right, so 1, 3, spec, 5, I'm sorry, 6 and 7. Okay, so I'll start over. The agreed recommended sentence of the parties, which the court approves on count 1, the court will order you to serve a minimum term sentence of 11 years, maximum term sentence of 16 and a half years. On count 3, the court will order you to serve 11 years, that to be served concurrent with count 1. The specification on count 3 is a 3-year specification by law that must be served prior to and consecutive to count 1. On count 6, 18 months in prison, that to be served concurrent with count 1. And on count 7, 12 months in prison, that to be served concurrent with count 1. As I said, by law, the consecutive sentence is required, so I do not need to make any specific findings with regard to why the court is ordering a consecutive sentence. The court does find that you have 2 days jail time credit. The court will order you to pay the restitution of $760.38 to Ms. Lawrence. Other than that, the court has received the affidavit and will find you to be indigent for the purposes of any other fines, costs, or other financial sanctions. Now, on the, other than the mandatory time, I guess this is all mandatory. It makes it mandatory, doesn't it?
It is.
All right, now you are also subject to a mandatory period of post-release control, which means upon your release from prison, the adult parole authority will supervise you for a period. I'm just not ready for this morning, I guess. Original minimum term sentence. If your violation is that you commit another felony, you can be returned to prison for 1 year or the period that you have left on PRC, whichever is longer, and that time would run consecutive to any additional prison time that you get sentenced to. You do have a right to appeal the court's decision of your sentence to the 12th District Court of Appeals. If you want to appeal, you must file your notice of appeal within 30 days of today's date. If you can't afford to pay for the transcript or anything necessary for your appeal, that can all be provided to you at no cost. If you cannot afford an attorney, I will appoint one for you at no cost. All right, at this time, is there anything else?
I don't believe so, Judge.
All right,
Thank
this
you.
time you are remanded into the custody of the Warren County Sheriff's Office for transport to the Department of Corrections. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Fox. Thank you.
Damien Dennis faced sentencing in Ohio after an agreed resolution involving serious drug-related offenses. The court heard from a victim who described fear and financial loss. After reviewing the case, the judge imposed a mandatory 14-year minimum sentence, including a consecutive drug offender specification, plus restitution and post-release supervision.